Okay, so good evening, everybody. My name's Charlotte Whittle, for those of you that I'm yet to meet, and I'm an independent consultant with Arbon at the level of Regional Vice President. And tonight's training is predominantly for independent consultants, whether you're new to the business or you've been in the business for a little while. It's mainly for those people that have not yet promoted to the first level, which is district manager. So I'm going to cover a little bit off around nuts and bolts of getting your business going, but I'm really going to touch tonight on what I believe it takes to build your business to district manager. So the first thing that you need to understand, I believe, is that every accomplishment out there starts with a decision to try. So if you make a decision, now that's very different than just saying, oh, I'm going to do district this month. That's very different. If you make the decision, the no matter what decision, that by the end of this month you will be a district manager, that sounds very different than somebody that's just saying that they'll see what happens and maybe they hope that by the end of the month they might be a district manager. The next thing that I want to talk to you about is why getting to district is so important. So it's my belief that by working with consultants in their first month or 2 months and getting them to district manager, it's setting them up right. It's setting them up for success in their business. So I believe it's incredibly important to our self-esteem to feel like we're progressing with what we're doing. And if we're just sitting at consultant level and not moving forward, it will start to chip away at your belief in yourself and your belief in your ability to build this business. And then it won't matter how many times your upline tell you you're amazing, because that little voice in your head will be telling you that you can't even get to that first level. And the reason why I say this is because the reality is you can get to district manager in a week. If you put your mind to it and you decide that that's what you want to do and you want to make that happen, you can absolutely be a district manager by the end of the week. By sharing the Arbon opportunity with enough people, that will happen. So Louise Fletcher, who is direct to me, joined our business and within a week was a district manager. Yvonne Dixon was sharing with us yesterday how she became a district manager very, very quickly because she'd got products for herself and for her family. She'd introduced the products in the business to a few other people and they did the same thing, and she was a district manager. And I think it's really, really important that we do not overcomplicate and make it bigger than it is in our head, because it isn't huge. There are a lot of people in my business that are district managers, and they're a team of one. So they've got themselves to district manager by sharing products with enough people, and they maintain a district as a team of one. Katie Merrick is a prime example. She's based up in Northumberland by herself. She's just preferred clients, loads and loads of them, and she runs a hotel, so she's working 24 hours a day basically, and she generally sends products out to people in the post. She shares with them the business opportunity, and then she gets them set up whether they want to be a consultant or whether or not they want to just purchase the products, and she's a district manager that way. So I think it's really, really important that, yes, whilst absolutely we congratulate everybody's success when they get to that first level, don't make it bigger than it is in your own head, because it's something that you can quite easily get to without really having to develop the leadership skills that it takes to then get to area and to region. So the reason that we want people to get to district manager as quickly as possible is for those reasons, really, to just build your self-esteem, and you're also then building your paycheck. So on average, district managers get anywhere from £100 a month up to £600 a month. And it's my belief that I want to teach my direct consultants to become a district manager that's earning, somewhere down the middle of that, £300 a month. Because there's nobody in the world that £300 a month wouldn't make a difference to in their life. Everybody can benefit from an additional £300 a month. So if we can teach somebody how to do that, then you're making a difference in their life. And so what you've got to understand, though, is if you went and got a bar job for an extra £300 a month, or you went and worked in a supermarket, or you went babysitting or whatever for an extra £300 a month, you'd have to put an awful lot of hours in and an awful lot of time in to earn that £300 a month. Becoming a district manager with Arbonne and earning on average £300 a month, you are going to have to put some time in. And I think there's a common misconception in this business that it's easy. That you say yes to Arbonne, you buy yourself a few products, and then miraculously, you're going to promote through the levels. So I'm here to tell you, whether you're brand new in the business or whether you've been in the business for a little while, network marketing requires some effort. What we do is not hard. It is not hard at all. I used to be a social worker and I used to take people's children away from them for a living. That was horrific. That was hard. What we do in Arbonne is not hard. We share an amazing opportunity and we share amazing products. But by doing that repeatedly, that's how you're going to get to district. So now we understand a little bit more about why it's important, why I believe getting to district manager is crucial for people in this business. I want to just talk to you a little bit about the how, because we've all done it. We've all been brand new in the business and literally think there's a secret out there. We think there's, well, except from a few people that are on this call that I know never thought there was a secret. They knew they just needed to get on with it. But I was there. I thought there was a secret. I'm here to tell you that there isn't at all a secret. There are the fundamentals of building an Arbonne business. So the things that you have to do day in, day out to build an Arbonne business. Whether you are a new consultant or you're a national vice president, there are things that you need to be doing every single day. Just like if you were a hairdresser or if you were a nurse or Elaine as a beautician, she is doing the same things day in, day out that represent what that job or that profession is. In network marketing, there are things that we do day in, day out that represent that profession. And in Arbonne, all those things are finding people to talk to. So if you're brand new, you're in an amazing position because everyone is someone to talk to. Everyone that you've ever known is someone that you can talk to. If you have not already got yourself a 100-person list, you need to get one. So basically all that is, the way that I say to do it is to split up a piece of paper into categories. So you want your family, you want people you went to school with, people you work with, people you go to the gym with, maybe mums from the school gate, maybe people that you used to go drinking with or whatever. All your different categories on a page. And in those categories, you're going to write as many names as you know. You're not going to make a judgment. You're not going to make a decision about whether or not this would be for that person. You're just going to write the names down. If you've not already got that, you need to make that your priority before you go to bed this evening. Writing a 100-person list is crucial. If you've not got one, you've not got a business. And if you're direct to me, you need to have a 100-person list for me to spend any time helping to coach you, because I can't coach you without one. As you go through your business and you're growing your business, what will happen is you'll speak to people on that list that might say no, or they might say yeah, or they might go on witness protection, because it happens, it's fine. Regardless, you're constantly going to be adding new people to that 100-person list. My organisation as a region right now is made up 90% of people that I did not know before Arbonne. 90% of people that I have spoken to over the last 3 years and cultivated relationships with and been able to share the business and the products with. So as a network marketing professional, it is your job to be out there talking to people. Here's where I want to talk to you about what a leader does differently from somebody that's just hoping this will work. So if you're just hoping this will work, you're going about your daily life every single day and not caring how you show up, not caring what other people think about you. You're just going about in your own little bubble. And if someone happens to smack you in the face and say, I really need another income stream, then you go, oh, I think I might talk to you about Arbonne. That's what ordinary people would be doing. Leaders, on the other hand, wouldn't. Leaders would be thinking how they show up in every minute of every day. So you can't be a certain way in your Arbonne business and be different in the outside world. I show up the way I am right now all the time. I smile and chat to the girl on the counter at Tesco's. I smile and chat to the girls at nursery. I present myself in a way that makes it look like I'm representing a health and well-being company. And I always, always make sure that when I'm talking to somebody, I'm thinking to myself, would this person be good at what I do? I'm never thinking to myself, oh my God, I'm going to get this person. You don't want to be doing that. What you want to be thinking is, would this person be good? Are they friendly? Are they smiling? Are they talking positively? Are they helpful? Are they the type of person that would be good at what we do? And if they are, guess what? I just tell them. I just say, this might sound a bit crazy, but you would be so good at what I do. And they say, why? What do you do? And I say, I've got my own business. I've not got time to talk about it right now, but let's swap details. I'll give you a call and we'll have a coffee and a chat. And that's it. And that's all I've done for 3 years. And that is why my business is full of people that I didn't know before Arbonne. Because I'm constantly out there. When you believe that what we have in our hands is a gift, that it can change people's lives, and if you don't believe that yet, borrow my belief. Borrow my belief, because this has changed my life. When you understand that, you can never walk away from someone that's amazing. If I start to walk out of a shop and there's been somebody that's been amazing, given me really good service, been dead smiley, been really helpful, and I've not told them, I have to go back in again. I'm like, oh, what if they really need this and I'm not sharing it with them? And I have to get over myself and get back in there. And that's my next point. If you want to do this business, you're going to have to get over yourself a little bit. Whatever your fears are, whatever your worries are about maybe what other people might think of you, about whether or not you're going to say it a bit wrong, whether or not you're going to sound a bit silly, you're going to have to get over those things, because it doesn't matter. Ian Pritchard says you cannot get better and look good at the same time. And I love that, because if you knew how often I get it wrong and fall on my face, it would make you all feel so much better. You cannot get better at this without trying. What we've got is a gift, and you get to share that with people on a daily basis. And it can truly change their lives, so you've got to remember that. We share the opportunity, but we also share our products. So the reality is the business isn't for everyone. And whilst I always tell everyone that there's a business opportunity there, I'm also letting them know that they can buy an ultra premium product that is better for their health. They can order it online and get it cheaper, and it'll be delivered to their door. I give them excellent service, and I show them how they can have an excellent product at a cheaper price. And that's why people buy products off me without a drama. I am not a salesperson. That's not what I am. And if you think that's what this is, you need to remove that from your head, because it isn't. Moving products is what we do. Generally, it's between consultants that are all loving and consuming the products on a regular basis. But we also help people that don't want to build a business to use these products. And when you see that that's what this is, you're just sharing something you love. You've got to be a product of the product. You have to be using these products. You cannot tell somebody that you represent a Swiss ultra premium health and well-being company and look like your face is falling off. You cannot do that, because they will look at you, they will give you the head tilt, and they'll go, really? Not working. You have to absolutely look like you're representing this brand. I use all Arbonne nutrition. My family only use Arbonne products on their skin, on their hair. There is not one single person in my life that doesn't use Arbonne. In the beginning, they didn't buy it off me. Nobody wanted to buy it in my family. That's fine. It's absolutely fine. I just give them gifts of Arbonne. at the birthdays and at Christmas. That's what everyone got, because that's what my business is, and these are the products that I love. So of course that's what they get. I'm not going to go out and buy them something else. Hilariously, some people do often ask for other products from other makeup brands and such, don't they, Elaine? Yes, they do. However, we smile nicely and tilt our head and give them It's a Long Story mascara, because that's what we represent. So you want to make sure that when you're sharing these products, you're genuinely doing it with integrity. Next, we're independent consultants. Independent. That means it is not your upline's job to tell you whether or not the Calm range works for eczema. It's not your upline's job. If you were starting a brand new job in an office or wherever, there would be an expectation that you find some stuff out for yourself. There'd be an expectation that you get lost on the way to the dinner room, or that you can't find where the paper is for the photocopier. There would be an expectation that for the first few months, you would be figuring it out. Your boss would not be following you around, telling you what to do and holding your hands. And it's the same with Arbonne. No one's your boss. And the quicker you get independent, the quicker you get good at finding out that information, the better. The other thing I want to let you know, guys, is we have a 45-day money-back guarantee with our products. So you don't have to be an expert. You let somebody know that you tried this product and it worked really, really well for you. They buy it. If it doesn't work really, really well for them, so what? They can return it and they'll get their money back. It's not you. Just like if you buy Clarins instant lift facial magical potion and it doesn't instantly lift your skin, you don't go in shouting at the Clarins lady because it didn't work. Your clients won't shout at you. We are not medically trained. We're not here to treat people with legs falling off. There are 65 million people in the United Kingdom, and the majority of them are just healthy and want to be a bit wrinkle-free. Get our amazing products on their skin and let them speak for themselves. We just represent the brand. If you're doing too much producty, if you know too much about the products, I guarantee you it will be harder to build your business. I've built a region without having a clue what's in the RE9. I've not a clue. Orange. It smells orangey. It's irrelevant because they're amazing. I love them. I use them all the time and I tell people about them and they love them too. And that's it. If you're too product knowledgey, people think they can't do what you do unless it's your profession. I talk about Elaine all the time because her profession is the beauty industry. So of course she knows about it. But mine isn't. I've learned stuff in training and so will you. But I never try to bombard people with information. Let the products speak for themselves. Okay, so once you understand that that's the system, find people to talk to the people you find and follow up with them, get a yes or a no to the business and a yes or a no to the products. That's it. You're just going to ask 5 people a day. You're going to repeat that over and over and over again. You can't do it one day and not do it the next and expect to get to district manager and above, because you won't. You cannot start and stop and start and stop. In my old life, sometimes I'd be at work till 10 o'clock at night. I had 2 children and a husband, and I was finishing a part-time degree. But I couldn't not do Arbonne. That'd be like saying, I just don't feel like coming into work today, but still expecting to get paid. You will never be paid on effort you didn't put in. You've got to just do it every single day. And the reality is, when people ring me up and ask me, can I run this by you? Can I have this coaching call? Can you tell me about this? Are you doing your 5 asks a day? Because if you're not, then no, there's no more information you need. That's it. So that's the fundamentals. I want to now briefly touch on the foundations. Because getting to district and then to all the other levels, you need a strong foundation of you as a person that's able to build this and teach other people to do what you do. Because that's all this is. What we're trying to find are 3 or 4 leaders. That's it. Along the way, you will sponsor tons of people that are not leaders. They just want to sell a bit of product and make a bit of extra money. But what you're trying to do is develop yourself enough so you can sponsor an Elaine Evans. That's what you're trying to do. So that someone like her says yes to you, and someone like Elaine, even if I dropped dead on the floor tomorrow, she would continue to build her Arbonne business. She is a leader away from me, and that's all we need. So you've got to develop yourself into the type of person that can sponsor people like that. So I'm going to tell you how we're going to do that. Because for me, it's the key to district and beyond. The first thing you've got to do is get clear on your why. It's got to be crystal clear. If it's not already written down why you're doing this business, it needs to be written down before you go to bed tonight. You need to be so clear. And there's an analogy in Darren Hardy, Best Year Ever, I think it is. And he talks about if there was a plank going between two 40-story buildings, a really thin plank, and someone says to you, if you walk to the other side, you can have £1,000. Would you walk to the other side? Probably not. Most people probably wouldn't do it just for £1,000. But if you've got children and your children were on the other side of the plank and that building was on fire, you would run across that plank without a second thought. That's what we're talking about when we're talking about your why. My why was initially be able to be at home if my child got sick again, because my daughter was so sick. Joanne Geddes knew that was why I was doing this business. And if there was ever a time I said, I can't do it, or it's too hard, she would say to me, so is Phoebe not that important then? Because she knew why I was doing it. And she only had to say that to me a few times because I knew why I was doing it. And I would do anything. When your why is clear enough, you will overcome anyhow. And you've got to have it connected. I would never not do the things I need to do to build my business because my why is too strong. They're like that. If you don't feel like that about it, you've probably just not found your why yet. You've probably not found your real reason why, and that's fine. It might take a bit of soul searching and a bit of work, but you want to really try and get clear on what it is. Because when your why is clear, you shut the back door because there's no other way. For me, there was no other way. I couldn't go back. I couldn't stay in social work. I had to get out. So that back door was shut because my why was so strong. And that's what you need to be so clear on. The next thing is you've got to be clear on what it's going to take to build this. So I've touched on it. It's 5 asks a day. Do that. And then when people are saying yes, I'd love to sit down with you for a coffee. You've got to be clear on your intention of why you're doing that. We're not just going for a nice Costa. It'll cost you a fortune in Starbucks and Costa if that's all you're doing. You've got to be really clear that my time is very precious and I'm coming to share with you about this business. Might be for you, it might not be for you. Get clear on what it's going to take and then get clear on how much time realistically a week you've got to put into your Arbonne business. And then just stick to it. If you say you've got 4 hours, do 4 hours. If you say you've got 6 hours, do 6 hours. Do exactly what you say you're going to do. And spend that time not looking on Facebook, not reading about what's in RE9. Spend that time doing income producing activity, which is sharing the products and sharing the business with people. And your upline will help you. Your sponsor will help you to do that. But you've got to be showing that that's what you're doing because your sponsor's not going to invest the time in you if you're not doing it yourself. You've got to be all right with people saying no to you because people will say no to you. You've just got to be focused on where you're going and you bat those no's off as you go because it makes absolutely no difference. I read today somewhere that a professional Olympic ice skater trains for 4 years for 4 minutes on the ice. If you see that that's what this is, you're going to speak to like the equivalent of 4 years worth of work. You're going to do that. And in the end, it's only going to be 4 minutes. Like it's only going to be 4 amazing people and you're going to be a nation. But you're going to have to get through the nodes. You're going to have to get through the training. You're going to have to get through everything and do it every single day. to get there. And in the end, it's not going to be a huge, grand, massive thing. It's just going to be 4 amazing people just like you that want to do it with you. You've just got to see that that's all it is. Joanne Geddes talks about turning over the leaves. There's £1 million underneath a leaf, and there's a load of leaves on the floor of a field. When do you stop turning them over? You never stop turning them over. You just keep turning them over until you find the £1 million. That's what Arbonne is. That's absolutely what Arbonne is. It's your chance to be a self-made millionaire if you just keep sharing it with enough people. Personal development is key. You cannot get around this. Particularly if you're in my region and you're direct to me, I know if you're not doing personal development. It doesn't matter to me if you're not at all. It's only yourself that you're kidding. But I will not work with you very closely and spend my time with you if you're not spending time with yourself. I just won't, because it's key. You can't expect to get a degree. You cannot expect to earn a 6-figure income without learning new skills. You can't. Elaine spoke about it at Region Training last week. She thought she didn't need to do it consistently. Then she figured out she needed to do it consistently, and she went area, region qual, boom. As soon as you start growing where you are to where you want to be, that's where you'll go, because you'll only ever have the business at the level of where you're at. That's it. So for me, some initial suggestions, if you're a consultant level, you need to definitely have read GoPro, inside out, back to front and upside down. GoPro, Eric Worre, is the guru. He is the god of network marketing. Whatever he says, just say it. That's it. You need to read Beach Money to build your belief in this industry. Beach Money is by Jordan Adler. That's great on an audio. If you want an audio for in your car, it's my favorite as an audio. You also need the compound effect, because what you need to understand is it's small things you do every day repeatedly over time that are going to result in massive success. You need the 45-second presentation by Don Failer. And you also need Big Al Schreider, Icebreakers. And I can put a list of those books in the group, but they are already uploaded in files on the Whittle Region Thrive Nation page thing. They're already there. But those, for me, are the core of your learning. Once you get to district manager and area manager, we're then looking at more like leadership stuff, and we're looking at more developing you as a person. But to begin with, you need to learn about this industry. That's what you've got to learn, and these are the books that are going to help you. 30 minutes a day, guys. Just learn for 30 minutes a day. I went to university and got a degree. I read for an awful lot longer than 30 minutes a day. That's all this is. Once you're like district going area, you want to be doing at least 60 minutes a day. I mean, I'm going for Nation. I fall asleep with my book in my hand every night. It lands on my face every night, and I pick it up again in the morning and read it again in the morning. I'm doing at least 2 hours a day because I need to be 50 foot tall and bulletproof. So you'll only ever grow to where that is. And you've got to protect this. You have to protect this because it's won and lost up here. This whole thing is up here. Because all you're doing is sharing products and a business opportunity. So why do we get it so wrong and complicate it so much? And it's because up here too much goes on. But if you're constantly reading and putting good stuff in, good stuff will come out, I promise you. So you've just got to understand you've got to commit to getting better every single day by getting out there and sharing it, by doing the thing, and you will have the power. I say that to myself every day. I write it in the steam in the shower every single day. Do the thing and you'll have the power. And that's all this is. Just do the thing over and over and over again. And do what you said you were going to do. So did you start this month off saying to yourself that you would do something? Whether that's 2,500, 6,000, sponsor a new consultant. Just do what you said you were going to do, because that's how you protect your self-esteem. And that's something you want to guard with your life. You absolutely want to tell this little voice in here that when you say you're going to do something, you move heaven and earth to make it happen. And in the beginning, it's small things. In the beginning, no one's asking you to do 160,000 QVs. In the beginning, it's small little things and it's getting out your comfort zone. But every time you do it, you get a bit stronger. And you feel a bit taller. For me, being independent was key. For me, very early on, loved my mum and Joanne Geddes, but was desperate to train, was desperate to have a team. So do you know what? I just went out and got one. Because I know that in life, nobody's going to hand me anything for free. And that's what you've got to realise with this. We've all got the same products. We've all got the same upline. We've all got the same company, the same head office. We all have the same opportunity. The only variable in any of this is you. And if I can do this, if Elaine can do this, you can do this. You just have to decide. And you have to be all right with being a bit uncomfortable while you move yourself forward to there. You've got to be on purpose. You absolutely cannot just wait for this to happen because it's not going to fall in your lap. But equally, remember, it's not hard. You don't have to psych yourself up for it. You're not doing brain surgery. You're not doing heart surgery. There are no emergencies in Arbonne. Nobody is going to keel over because you recommended they use the Calm instead of the RE9. It's not going to happen. People may have reactions. People have reactions to all sorts of things out there in the world. Peanuts being one of them. It's not your fault if that happens. You've got an amazing opportunity and you've got amazing products. And to be a district manager and above, you've just got to share it. You've got to know that I believe in each and every one of you, and you've got to believe in yourself. I am here to help you and to coach you, and so are your upline, but this comes from you. Thank you so much for taking the time to get on this call this evening, and I will absolutely see you all as brand new districts at Region Training in June. Thank you all so, so much. Bye.